こんにちは。Oh, this is a big, big, loud, very loud. Yeah, hello, こんにちは。ご機嫌いかがですか So, how are you this time?
Very good.
Very good, very good, very nice. Hi, こんにちは。My name is Yoshiko Ueno-Müller. It is so that unusual Japanese name as Müller. So, I'm living in Germany over 30 years. And so then since 2005, I'm so then concerning with sake and then as a Japanese alcoholic beverage. So today's seminar, so I'll show you the 10 different Japanese beverage, alcoholic beverage. And this seminar is organized by Japanese National Tax Agency. It's in German, it's a Finanzamt. Yeah, Finanzamt. Not gathering tax in the money. And they are so that now so that for quality of sake and export support. Okay. And first, I introduced the traditional Japanese beverage, 2,000 years old culture is sake. So Japan is islands. For big islands, Hokkaido, Honshu, and Shikoku and Kyushu. And about so then the growth is round about so then similar to Germany, but so then the population is 30% more. And you can see in the middle of Japan is 2,000, 3,000 meter high mountains. And therefore there are few places to cultivate rice and to live. So that the contents, the main ingredients is very simple, of sake and rice and water. And Japanese water is very soft. Yeah, and Japanese whiskey is very popular in the world. But it's also the sense of so then soft water, very nice so then mineral contents, and therefore this very mild taste. And then so then classification of Japanese sake is so then as you see, it is so then category premium sake and non-premium sake. It's now about half and half. And then the premium category is so then divided to 6 different types, classifications. And then our very so simple one, the premium sake is Honjozo and Junmai and top 4 category. So about 20%. So the production shares is in all categories have ginjo. Do you know? So how is the meaning of ginjo? No, but ginjo is very fruity, and the meaning of the ginjo is Auslese. Auslese, the German so the wine words, and very so then carefully so then brewed and very fine taste. So the further difference also this classification is that depends on the polishing rate. Yeah, again, this is back. So Honjozo 70% or less. And then more than ginjo and junmai ginjo quality 6% or less. And finally, the top, then super premium quality is so 50% or less. It is so from rice polishing ratio. It's so 100% is natural rice and polished away, and just the core is used. Why? Why it is done? Because the rice is most ingredients is starch. But so the starch is concentrated in the center, and the outer part is much protein more than fat. So it is nice to eat because the fat is so then much more taste, and then but then for the sake fermentation, too much fat, too much the protein. It's make sake pollute the cloudy and then too penetrated taste. Therefore, polished away and just core center used. Then this sake is very fine and aromatic. So you are now, so then I show you the video, the making video. So sake brown. So the sake is about 2,000 years culture in Japan. Overall, sake is made, but most of the production time is the winter. Because winter is very cold, and that cold climate makes that so the mash keep cold and then nice. So polishing ratio now smaller, and washing, soaking, and steaming. So it is about 35% polished rice is used now in the field, and just 1/3 of the rice bowl is used. Therefore, all the handmade. So now is so that steaming. So the rice bowl is just so that 35%, but the steaming time is about 60 minutes. Without koji, no sake. That's the main part of the production. It is koji malt, shimmel fields. It's so that the input, the steamed rice, and it takes about 2 days, today and tonight. And temperature and humidity control is the core, the key points of the koji making. The koji makes enzyme, but enzyme is very different kind of which enzyme to make. Therefore, this temperature control is very careful. Standard culture. This is conventional method that you see at first. So rice is cooled down. And into the koji and water mash mixture. At first, koji with enzyme and water, and after that, the steamed rice. And finally, it is yeast. Yeah, it is so that more wrapped carefully. This is the alternative method of so that to make starter culture. This alternative. This is about 300 years old traditional method. It takes so then 30 days. This is starter culture traditional method. Now it's main mash, moromi. So this is so temperature, fermentation temperature for ganz high quality between 7 and 11. So normal conventional quality is about so that 12 to 16 degrees. But compared to the wine, it's very low temperature fermentation. And so that the surface, you can see that the surface is changing. And that's so that during fermentation, you can feel the banana or the melon or the apple, the base of fruity notes. Thanks from the low temperature fermentation. And finally, after 20 to 30 days fermentation, it's the pressing, filtration. So this method is called conventional sake. It's very so that the exclusive method. It's just as a drip sake, the extra virgin drink sake. So after the filtration, it is a bit clear. So without so that sweetening, it is so that through pasteurization, its sake is stable and nice to drink. So now, so then again, this fermentation. So in Japanese sake fermentation method is very unique. Then parallel multiple fermentation. To make wine is very easy. To make good wine is very difficult, but so then the fermentation technique is very simple. But so then the fermentation, the alcohol beverage from cereals must be done before alcoholic fermentation, the saccharization process. The beer production is that this process is separately. At first, saccharization process and finally alcoholic fermentation. But at the sake, in one mash, this two process is parallelly running. This is very special. Then the parallel running, therefore, just through fermentation, maybe alcohol contents about 20% alcohol can just fermentation, through fermentation. But normally, 16, 17, 18%, then East culture is slowly is asleep. And then this is at the moment done, so then sake brewer does separate the liquid and solid. So then again, we have the two micro organisms for the fermentation. We need at first koji, the function starts to glucose, and then yeast culture do glucose to alcohol. But koji has a second function, the protein convert to amino acid. So amino acid is the key of umami. Yeah, you know umami? Yes. And the meaty and the fifth taste, and discovered in 1908 then by Japanese professor, and it is amino acid. So glutamic acid is from kombu, kelp, from the sea, and inosinic acid is from the bonito, the fish. But it's also the umami contains in tomatoes and then peanuts, mushrooms, and meat and cheese. And if the dry tomato is much more, and then aged meat or then Parmesan cheese, that's 1 year or 2 years old Parmesan, you can feel some such like sand or like so then salt. And it is sort of crystallized umami or the amino acid. And then, yeah, if you are cooking so that the spaghetti tomato sauce, okay. But if you do is bacon, and so then the mushrooms, the steinpilz or the porcini, and finally is it's so nice. Then much umami. Umami is 1 plus 1 is not 2, so then 3 or 5 or 7. Therefore, the combination is that's much better umami enhanced. And then over top, then the sake. The addition to drink sake is much more umami. So the soy sauce, and miso, and sake is all this three is made with koji, therefore much umami. So then the sake, through fermentation, is the yeasty or the ester, so that the coming, and then many fruity notes done through low temperature fermentation, and through fermentation, then caramel notes and so on. And then from ingredients, it is also then koji. Koji is just like a little bit chestnuts notes you have. So now that we are tasting the sake, so at first, number one is this Bijofu, is the south of Japan, it's come from, and pretty so then Richen, Schmecken, but it's at first when smelling. So a little bit so then the fresh Granny Smith and some apples and some citrus note. That's unusual, that's from the rice. So we can taste it. So the nose is fresh, and then the taste is not so much compared to the wine. Very few
all mixed together, isn't it?
acidity, but umami taste, you can feel it. So this one is also that so that you can use the cocktail. So nowadays, so that the cocktail is low alcohol, non-alcohol is so that now so that getting popular. And then with just 15% alcohol content, you can so that very so that nice. I don't know the cocktail recipe, but so that you can combine some other ingredients. So then we can go to the next sake. Next sake, number 2. And it is long name. Chita Nenohikura Otokoyama Daiginjo. Daiginjo is the category, and Otokoyama, the meaning is Menaberg. So this one is Daiginjo. That's a top quality, and it is so much more fruitless. The melon and nectarine and some aniseed. And you can try
Yeah, it's
it.
weird, isn't it?
But on the tongue, so in the palate, it's a little bit lighter than before, because of the other one is a junmai. Junmai category. Junmai is just so then made from rice and koji rice and water. But this one is neutral alcohol is added. So the function of the neutral alcohol addition is much aroma to enhance. So the after the fermentation, before the pressing, the neutral alcohol is added. Alcohol combines the ester notes, and then so then pressing, that is ester is much too liquid. So otherwise, it's in solid that much aroma is leaving. So this one is unfiltered. Therefore, compared to the first one is that crystal clear, but second one a little bit gold color. It is so that it is not used activate charcoal filter. It's much taste. So then, so the Japan's traditional beverage is sake, but we drink also beer. The amount wise, beer is the most drunk beverage. So sorry, that's my Japanese English and German accent is very good. So, okay, before the student to go to wine, the sake pairing contest.com, you can show the example of about 200 kind of so then sake and then mead. So also then go very well with cheese. So then to wine. Yeah, and the wine country in Japan, we cannot say, much more lane. Here, comparison with Germany, and in Japan, this climate is like Italian, and then south of Japan is Okinawa, is subtropical climate. And the temperature is also then the higher and much more rain. So therefore very difficult so that to make to cultivate so the grapes. And then in Japan, the middle of Japan, the Nagano, and then Yamanashi. This is a high mountain, so 400 or 600 meter high, the sea level. Or Hokkaido. Hokkaido is so like so in Germany, and then such as the whole region is wine is made. And Japanese autochtone is Koshu grape. Koshu grape is from the origin is about 1,000 years. Is from Caucasus through Silk Road, and then come to Japan, but not 100% vinifera, and a little bit so that wild grapes is massive. Therefore, the very big grape, and then very hard skin. So, and then we are trying now, and the cost, so it's very unique. So you can see the umbrella, paper umbrella. That's in Japan. This is a parabola and paper umbrella because there's much rain in the herbs, and therefore it's very carefully as much. So the next, the third cup, please. It is the sparkling wine, but traditional champagne method is so made, and about 15 months is in the lease, the fermentation, second fermentation, about 15 months. Also about citrus note and star fruit.
So look at that harshness of champagne.
So nice. So that the Koshu grape is so that all over the Japan is made, but 80% is in this Yamanashi, the Koshu region. Yeah, Koshu. But here the near of the Koshu region, this Koshu grapes coming is also the Santori distillery Hakushu. So the next is beer. So beer. This is made in Belgium. The Belgian pale ale style, and 8%. Oh, sorry, not 15%. So 8%, just 8% alcohol content. 8% alcohol content, and then it is yuzu and sansho, the Japanese pepper. Yuzu is the Japanese citrus, and sansho is the Japanese mountain pepper. But it's also then it's called citrus pepper because this is family of citrus fruits. So in the north, very fresh. The pale ale itself is also very fruity nose, but here is also the yuzu. It's a little bit bitter nose, and then the sansho. Very creamy, smooth, and tasty.
See, I don't really like white beer, but I don't mind that. I don't usually like white beers, but I actually quite like that. Yeah. It's got
So now, so far this is the fermentation beverage. Yeah, sake is often so that people don't know the details of sake. The things that so then things of spirits, but sake, you know, that's just fermentation. Yeah, some sort of sake is alcohol added, but just fermentation. But not now going so to the Japanese spirits, shochu. Shochu is about so then 200 years history. Awamori is about 500 or 600 years history. Here you can see then so the different also shochu and awamori. And shochu is also then divided to the continuous distillation and single distillation. What I present here is the single distillation, but also then depends on different ingredients, the different flavors. Imo is sweet potato, and mugi barley, and kastori. Kastori is flavor from sake. Sake mark of sake. Trestar. And then kome is this from the sake. Rice, and the kokuto is black sugars. Yeah, and fat is honkaku shochu. This premium quality, the single. This is honkaku shochu, then premium class. This alcohol content is at 20 to 44%. But in the market, in Japanese market, most of the shochu on the market is at 25%. Because Japanese drink so that the shochu during the meal, then so that diluted with water or the fruit water or the ice water and so on. Therefore, it's from 44 to down to the drinking so that about so that 10% to down is too much. Therefore, it's mostly 25%. So very pure taste also. Then imo shochu, then is from sweet potato taste. And yeah, this using koji. It must using koji. Okay, sweet potato is starch. This must koji. Koji, you know, koji has a enzyme to start to sugar conversion. But why using for the sugar was a brown sugar? Don't need to add koji. But for the Japanese tax act, sake or the alcohol tax act, then must use koji. Otherwise, it's very high tax rate. So then this is GIs. GIs is geographic indication. And this is Ryukyu, this is Awamori. Ryukyu is the old name of Okinawa. And Kuma Shochu, this is Kumamoto prefecture. This is Kome Shochu, the rice shochu. And then Satsuma Shochu, this one is the sweet potato and iki. But I also present is this from the island of Nagasaki prefecture. It's a barley shochu. So which shochu is from barley? From barley, this is like some white whiskey, but it must be used koji. And the koji is done koji from rice or the koji from barley. You can sort of choose it. So this is the two methods of distillation. The atmospheric is traditional way, but so from 70s is developed then vacuum distillation. The air in the distillation tank is the air is pumped out, and then so then the low pressure is so distilled, and then Zero temperature, how shall I say, the cook temperature normally is 100 degrees, but that's so the vacuum distillation process about between so the 45 and 55. Therefore, the other aromatic is coming. So now, so we are testing number five. Tamesaburo, Ikishochu Tamesaburo. So here is this Mugi shochu, and then the ingredients is this barley and rice koji. And then about rice koji is 1/3, 2/3 is barley. So this one is unusual, not undiluted and therefore very pure notes. A little fruits. The nose.
It's just like.
But in the palate, you can feel that this is barley. But it's very elegant, and you can just mix. You can mix with so different ingredients, and so this one is so then developed for the cocktail market. Because so that the 25% is unusual for the spirits to mix, changed the recipe, but this one is you can use so as a normal vodka or as a one. So the next time it was shochu, now awamori. The history of the distillation is awamori is not much longer. The Ryukyu was an independent state. It was belongs to Japan since 150 years, or 160 years, belonged to Japan, but before is independent between so then China and then Japan, so that trade center functioned. And kingdom Ryukyu is a much tradition. Such a ceramic pot is so then aged. It is nicely. And then very unique system like Solera. Then at home, because you have some very rich man have some much such a pot, and then the new one and the old one, and then so like Solera is aged. So Ryukyu Awamori, 600 years history, and fact is Awamori. Its ingredients is rice, but not round corn rice. That's used for sake making, and that's like Thai rice. That's indica from Thai is usual. That's what to use, and to use black koji. Normally, it is for sake making is yellow koji, but this one is black koji. Black koji originally so from Okinawa. This is Okinawa is subtropical climate, and therefore the mash is very so dangerous from bacteria or the other wild yeast. That black koji make citric acid, so that to make so mash very sour or the acidity, then bacteria is not common, and it is nice. But in the taste, after the distillation, the acidity is away. But the black koji, the smell, a little bit ashy notes, is sort of in the product. And some kusu is this aged awamori, and then longer than, older than 3 years. You can say that's kusu, then aged awamori. And unique maturation system, shitsugi, that is the like Solera system. So then we are now trying in elsewhere, the kame is this kametsubo is elsewhere. It's about contains about 18 liter to 36 liters. So the 7 years was in the elsewhere. I think that also the angel share is very much because this is a subtropical climate, and so we can try it. A little bit of the roast rice or the roast barley notes, but also there's a little bit of the lactic notes, the yogurt, and very unique taste. So it is 43%, but it is very smooth because due to the maturation, it's so that the softer and nice taste.
It's really like deep in it. Yeah. You go in it. Yeah, you can feel it just like.
So now the yasojin. This one is very, very special gin. The yasojin is so based on yaso 80. As here, 100 botanicals is used, but the base alcohol is this yaso 80. Yaso spirits 80. This spirit is very special because it is not so then the macerated or the gin corp. Gin the corp is used. This based alcohol, the yaso 80, is made from 80 wild grasses. Then one of the most important ingredients, and it is warm woods. You know, the Japanese word is yomogi. Yomogi is a Japanese herb. Yomogi and warm woods and how is the name? The English words. English words. I can't find it. Yeah, mugwort. So this mugwort and 79 other the herbs are fermented with sugar and water, fermented, and then so then the alcohol instead. Alcohol is content. Then the separated the essence and then alcohol, the separated. Then 10 years ago, was this alcohol is lost rather than away, deposit. But now it is so then the Yaso 80, then this alcohol, so to cocktail ingredients and so on, is pure this warm woods aromatic. And then so this Yaso 80 different so then the white grasses, and then other rosmarine or then cardamom and what is it? Juniper and angelica, and also ginseng berries. The Korean ginseng is also, and lemon and coriander seeds, lavender, and so on. It is added and then again distillated. Distillation. So we can taste it. At first, some citrus, so then rosemary note, coriander seed, juniper, yeah, and
get something quite distinctive in that.
but aftertaste, much so roots, vegetables, and this warm woods to feel. Also, this is based. The alcohol is very so smooth and good, integrated with the aromatic.
Yeah.
40%, 47%.
You like it? It's very unusual, very special, and so the next. So going now whiskey. So this is one of the newest distillery, malt whiskey distillery in Japan. It's near Kobe center of Japan. The Hatozaki is this on the coast, at the coast, and small batch pure malt whiskey, and this one is about 4 to 5 years, aged, but different kind of cask, and then used sherry cask or the used bourbon cask, and also then Japanese native Mizunara cask. And that was so sweet cereal note and the malty. Yeah, it's very no young whiskies and
Yeah, I can't do whiskey.
so then you can also sake and shochu and awamori, and you can also the mixed, and then normally then sake and shochu is straight or on the rock. Sake is mostly just drinks pure. But shochu is also then the cocktail based. The Japanese bartender so far is a very traditional, so then European, so then the mixed method. The shochu, sake they have not used so far, but so then now is much tourist is coming to Japan, And then so there's found so then sake and so then the shochu possibility. In Tokyo, several Japanese bars, several bars is making very very fine sake and so shochu cocktails, also awamori cocktails. So now I introduce you the Japanese liqueur. It is very low alcohol, just 7% alcohol content. But this is so in Japanese so then the liqueur is so much portion of fresh juice. So this one is pure, so then you can see that is the strawberry is puree and distilled alcohol and also sake. Sake makes it was umami, brings so then to your cocktails umami. And this one tastes pure light strawberry taste. Nice. Yeah, so easily you can also then champagne or some sparkling wine, prosecco, then a spritz. Use. So very, it is as the Sunday breakfast. You can as instead of so normal juice and 7% alcohol content. Very nice. And then the last, number 10, the passion fruit. Passion fruit is not in Japanese origin. This one is from Philippines. It's coming, but it is not so that concentrated juice. But this one is puree of passion fruits from Philippines and with awamori. Awamori is a little bit so that the lactic notes and some fruitness, but very good, nice integrate with the aromatic of passion fruits.
Yeah.
This is very pure passion fruits notes.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So our fried, 10 fried, you have now so then the finished. And if you want much so then other liqueur or then whiskey and gin and sake, then in Japanese pavilion in the hall 20, but guns behind the corner, and then the Japan pavilion, then different so then the exhibitor is showing so then different so the kind of so then Japanese alcohol, and you can enjoy it. And then Francisco Lombardi. So he's a bartender, Italian bartender, is working in London. The Prince Akatori. He's specialized also with sake and shochu awamori cocktails. And he's so then every day and different kind of cocktails offering, and then he can advise you how can you integrate sake and shochu awamori so in your bars. So thank you very much for your attendance and